Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Alert, where we break down the facts behind the speculation. Lately, one headline has been buzzing louder than all the rest across social media, YouTube, and online forums. Chase Bank now accepts 25,000 Iraqi dinar notes. If you hold IQD, this claim probably sent a jolt of excitement, confusion, or maybe even skepticism right through you. For retail investors banking on a future revaluation, this sounds like the beginning of the big breakthrough. But we have to ask the critical question: what does this claim actually mean, and is there any verifiable truth behind it? Is JP Morgan Chase officially swapping your dinar for dollars, or is this just another case of misinformation spreading faster than the facts? Today, we're going deep. We are going to analyze this claim, explain how foreign currency exchange actually operates at major U.S. banks, and clarify exactly what Iraqi dinar holders should realistically expect right now. First, let's make sure we understand the context of the currency we're talking about. The 25,000 Iraqi dinar note is one of the highest denominations currently circulating within Iraq. It's essential for cash transactions there because of the current structure and historical inflation. But here's the crucial point that many speculative claims conveniently overlook. Outside of Iraq, the dinar is considered a restricted and non-convertible currency in nearly all global retail banking systems. What does restricted mean in this context? It means the IQD is not freely traded on global forex markets. International banks do not commonly keep it in stock, and exchange services are typically limited to specialized institutions or within Iraq's borders. Because of this inherent restriction, any statement suggesting that a major U.S. bank like Chase is suddenly accepting physical dinar instantly raises eyebrows and demands scrutiny. So, let's dissect the core claim. Chase accepts 25,000 IQD notes. One of the biggest pitfalls of viral financial claims is the sheer ambiguity of the wording. When someone says a bank accepts a foreign currency, that could mean several wildly different things. Does it mean Chase accepts the dinar for deposit directly into your U.S. checking account? Does it mean you can walk up to a teller and exchange IQD for U.S. dollars at current rates? Or perhaps, are they accepting it indirectly through complex international wires or institutional business settlements? This distinction is absolutely vital. As of today, there has been no official public announcement from JP Morgan Chase stating that they exchange Iraqi dinar for retail customers. There is no evidence they accept physical IQD notes at U.S. branches, nor have they added the IQD to their official supported list of foreign currencies available for exchange. If Chase were truly going to make such a profound change, accepting a non-convertible restricted currency, it would be front-page news, announced on their corporate website, and widely covered by every major financial outlet. None of that has happened. To truly understand why this rumor is almost certainly false, you have to understand how major U.S. banks actually handle foreign currency. Large banks like Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo only deal in a very limited list of globally liquid, hard currencies. Think euros, British pounds, Japanese yen, Canadian dollars. These are currencies that are easily traded and valued globally. The Iraqi dinar, however, falls squarely into the category of restricted or exotic currencies. They are generally not supported for retail exchange for several very serious reasons. They have low international liquidity, meaning it's hard for the bank to offload them quickly. There are higher compliance and sanctions risks associated with handling them, and verifying the authenticity of physical notes can be a major challenge. Even when a bank does accept a restricted currency, it's almost always for institutional clients, not individuals, handled digitally, not as physical cash, and processed completely outside the retail branch system most of us use. So, if the facts don't support the claim, where did this rumor come from in the first place? We can look at a few highly likely explanations. First, it could be a misunderstanding of internal banking transactions. Huge institutions like Chase often act as correspondent banks for global settlements. An Iraqi bank might use Chase for interbank accounting or digital transfers involving U.S. dollars. This is a complex institutional relationship, and it absolutely does not mean Chase accepts physical dinar from the general public walking into a branch. The second potential source is third-party exchange centers. Sometimes these smaller currency dealers claim they work with major banks like Chase, or backed by major banks. This is often aggressive marketing language. intended to sound official, but it is not proof of direct, verifiable acceptance by the large bank itself. Finally, and perhaps most commonly, this is fueled by revaluation speculation content. The Iraqi Dinar investment community is sadly rife with sensational headlines suggesting imminent global acceptance, a secret RV, or backdoor banking programs. These claims are designed to generate clicks and views, and they rarely, if ever, materialize into reality. Let's be crystal clear about what Chase Bank has absolutely not announced. Chase has not confirmed they are accepting physical 25,000 IQD notes. They have not published any exchange rates for IQD. Their branches do not advertise dinar exchange services. And critically, no verified internal memo or press release supports this claim. If Chase were to take the monumental step of accepting a restricted currency like the IQD publicly, it would be an enormous logistical and regulatory effort, and we would know about it through official channels. Since we only see the rumor circulating on social media and speculative forums, we must conclude it is unverified hype. We also have to remember the role of the Central Bank of Iraq, the CBI. The CBI maintains very tight control over the dinar. Any significant change, whether that's a redenomination, a revaluation, or achieving international convertibility, must first originate with official CBI policy announcements. It also usually requires alignment with the IMF and the broader international banking structure. Until those official steps are taken, the dinar will remain primarily a locally focused currency, regardless of what rumors may swirl around foreign banks. So, if you currently hold 25,000 IQD notes, what is the realistic and financially responsible approach? First, do not rely on viral claims. Always verify critical information directly with official bank channels, meaning Chase's corporate foreign exchange department, not a message board. Avoid paying unnecessary fees to middlemen who promise you backdoor access or special rates. You need to understand that currently, no major U.S. retail bank openly exchanges IQD. Your time is best spent monitoring official, verified updates from the CBI and global institutions like the IMF, not just scrolling through social media hype. Hope is certainly understandable in the world of currency speculation, but serious financial decisions must be based exclusively on verified, concrete information. So, what's the final verdict on the claim? Chase Bank now accepts 25,000 Iraqi dinar notes. At this time, it appears to be entirely unverified and highly misleading. There is no solid evidence that Chase Bank accepts Iraqi dinar for retail exchange or deposit services. This claim almost certainly stems from a misunderstanding of institutional banking, exaggeration, or deliberate clickbait aimed at the speculative finance community. Until an official announcement is made directly by Chase or the CBI, treat these kinds of headlines with extreme caution. Remember, this information is for educational purposes only. Always verify with official banking institutions before making any financial decisions. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with the facts.